So, let's kick things off with the early history of Mumbai. Way back in the day, the Koli and Agri tribes were the first settlers, hanging out in fishing villages across the islands. Their presence really laid the groundwork for what would become this bustling port town. Now, from the 3rd century BCE all the way to the 14th century, the island saw different Hindu dynasties taking charge. This period was rich with diverse cultures and various rulers, each adding their unique flavor to the local history. Things changed in the 16th century when the Portuguese swooped in and seized Bombay. This move kicked off some serious agricultural and infrastructural development. Their influence really laid the foundation for modern Mumbai, pushing it towards growth. Funny enough, it all started with a visit from Almeida in 1508, who named the port Bahia. Fast forward to 1661, and the British crown was already on the scene, renaming it Bombay. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for the Portuguese. They faced some hurdles from Bahadur Shah of the Gujarat Sultanate, who was a bit twitchy about Mughal Emperor Humayun's ambitions. Still, they managed to turn that insecurity into an advantage. Once they had Bombay on lock, the Portuguese dove headfirst into promoting spice trade and spreading Christianity. They set up trading posts, roads, and churches all over the islands, making their mark everywhere. Then, in a twist of fate, the East India Company started to make its presence known in India after snagging a victory at the Battle of Swali. This win was a game-changer, letting them score permissions to trade in various parts of the region. Meanwhile, there was some behind-the-scenes action involving a marriage proposal between British King Charles II and Portuguese Princess Catherine. This deal wasn't just about love, it also came with a transfer of the Bombay Islands to England as part of the arrangement. As we moved towards the end of the 17th century, the Dutch started rising as serious competitors in the Indian trade scene. Their success in other eastern territories really posed a challenge for both the Portuguese and the British. Speaking of that marriage proposal, it also included the port of Tangier in Morocco as part of the gift package. This just goes to show how important diplomatic relations were between England and Portugal back then. Now, when the East India Company decided to lease Bombay for a mere pittance, it marked a major turning point in British commercial interests in India. This smart move enabled them to strengthen their trading operations in the region. To tackle rising health issues, health services got established in Bombay, helping combat diseases and leading to a population boost. This increase wasn't just a number, it really sparked an economic boom in trade by the late 17th century. In a major infrastructure project, they started building causeways between the islands by filling them with debris, starting in 1782 and wrapping up by 1845. This development was pivotal for enhancing trade efficiency. With Bombay emerging as a financial powerhouse, the British set up factories to store raw materials and streamline exports back to England. This whole economic strategy really made their colonial power much stronger. However, as urbanization took off, an influx of people looking for opportunities put a strain on the healthcare system. In response, the British formed the Bombay City Improvement Trust to tackle these challenges head-on. The British Raj was instrumental in shaping Bombay's infrastructure, leading to the creation of iconic structures like the Gateway of India and the Bombay High Court. These buildings truly symbolize the British colonial footprint. Once India gained independence, the Gujarati community had a lot of control over Bombay's economy, which caused some friction with the Marathi population. This dissatisfaction sparked significant protests and even some violence in the late 1950s. Finally, the partitioning of Bombay state in 1960 led to the birth of Maharashtra and Gujarat, dramatically shifting the city's political landscape. After that, Bombay emerged as the capital of Maharashtra, marking a new chapter in its history.